What was I thinking with this? Really? Nobody likes these games. Most of them I don't really like. The nerds torn these things apart more than any other company's games. I mean, I used to like a lot of these growing up, but look at all this. This is a lot harder than it looked. I mean, granted, some of these weren't half bad, but, don't get me started on Bill and Ted's Excrement Adventure again. You know what? I'm gonna have to phone a friend on this one.
Avoiding them hula hoop girls and bees. Gotta avoid them like the plague. Back to the Future for the NES. A much despised game in the catalog, but I like it a whole lot. It's just fun. I mean, especially since I've beaten it. I like it even more, you know? I mean, hula hoop girls? Yes. Absolutely amazing. Bees? Hell yeah. Strong guys? I mean, who doesn't want the strong guys? I mean, come on, they make the game that much better. Oh, hey Joe, how's it going, man? You're gonna do a video on LJN games, huh? Well, that's cool. You're feeling discouraged, huh? Because everybody says they're bad. Oh, these are bad games. LJN is the devil. Well, don't listen to that, man. Just go with your gut. I love these games when I was a kid. Granted, I love the AVGN and I love when he takes a dump on them, but I still love these games for what they are, and they have many flaws, so, but I still enjoy them, so I'm assuming that you enjoyed them as well because you're going to do the video, so am I right? You liked them when you were a kid? Uh-huh. So go with all those feelings. They were part of our childhood, and I think we should treasure them for what they are. So claim your own inner LJN Defender and do your top 5.
I mentioned this one not long ago in my NES Wrestling Games Top 5. Unlike a lot of the other WWF licensed games, the characters have unique moves and appearances. I didn't mention before, but WWF games were also notable for having cool music, most noticeably the renditions of the wrestlers' entrance themes. Alright, so AVGN didn't especially care for this one, but it was one that I played quite a bit when I was younger. Spider-Man and all the bosses really look great. I'll agree that the controls do take some getting used to, but it really isn't as possible as the nerd made it out to be. And the web swing just looks cool too. This is one people put down for its repetitive nature. I guess such a suspenseful film, people were expecting an action title, but what they got was more like an RPG with some classic arcade-style shooting stages. Yeah, you have to grind a bit, but I never really minded. In fact, I thought it was pretty fun, and I still do. Growing up, I was a huge fan of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. The Dream Warrior powers the player characters have are reminiscent of Nightmare 3, which was my favorite. While I'll agree the non-Freddy enemies look kinda silly, but back in the 80s and early 90s, video games were still mainly targeted towards kids, and for kids, it's kinda fitting. If there was ever a game that fit the character it was based on, when I think of the Punisher, I always think of this game. The city has the disease and Frank Castle's the doctor, administering as many hot lead injections as it takes to rid the city of its illness. I always found this game pretty cathartic to play, especially in the main stages.
Very nice. Can't argue with that list. It's not exactly what I would choose for my top 5, but hey, it's your show, so I approve either way.
Well, thanks, Matt. Really, I guess I've been just reading into way too much negativity out there. Appreciate the help.
Hey, no problem, man. There's no negativity from me on the LJN Defender. Check it out. Sinister 20XX on YouTube. Talk to you later, man.
Well, there you have my list. Just want to end this out by reminding everybody to play what you like, if it makes you happy. Hell with what anybody else thinks. Thank you for watching. Take care.
Man, that Joe, he's definitely a good guy. He did quite a good job of that list. But he's no LJN Defender, though. Speaking of which, get back to some Back to the Future. Oh. Ah, stupid manhole!